Hey, what's up guys, Adam here, and this is going to be what's on my Android 2017. So my daily driver for 2017 is actually the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and while the S8 and S8 Plus has been recently released, the S7 Edge is still holding up as a fairly strong flagship. Now if you're taking a look at the back of my device and you're probably wondering what is on the back of the phone, that's actually a skin. It's not from a company that's well known, such as, like Slick Wraps, Dbrand, Decalgirl, Skinomi. It's actually from a company called Extreme Skins, a UK based company. I think it's a fairly new company as well, but I'll leave their website down in the description box below so you can take a look at what skins they have to offer for various different devices. Okay, so onto the home screen of my device. Now as you can see, I tend to keep things fairly minimalistic on the home page. I don't really like a lot of folders clustered about the place. So starting off with the widgets, actually have the Google search bar widget at the top. It's very helpful to have that there because it means I can actually do a quick Google search without having to go to Chrome at the bottom of my dock. And then below that I also have my time and date. It was always handy to quickly whip out your phone and see what the date is today, so I like having that there as well. And then onto where my apps are positioned. I tend to like all of my apps, as I mentioned before, singular rather than having them all clustered in several different folders, especially on the home page anyway. So starting from left to right, as you can see from the device, I'm not actually using the default TouchWiz skin that comes with Samsung. I'm actually using a launcher on top. And the launcher in question is actually called Nova Launcher. I've been using it now for the past 4 years. I've actually used it ever since my ever since my Sony Xperia L, and then I moved on to the Gionee eLife E7, then I moved on to the Note 4, and then to the S7 Edge, and I've always been a big fan of Nova. I tried Google Now Launcher a bit, but you don't get the same amount of customization as you do with Nova, and especially with Nova Launcher Prime, you get so much even more customization with that application. So I definitely recommend paying the extra payment to get Prime if you want to have more access to those features. But I've always been a fan of Nova, and it allowed the two things I've actually been able to highlight with Nova is, number one, as you can see, I'm actually using a Pixel pack. So for the actually the icon pack from the Google Pixel I'm actually using, which is why I have the round icon as opposed to the traditional shaped Android shaped icons. And on top of that, I also have the ability to go ahead and hide duplicate apps, because Samsung has a knack to keep duplicating apps such as their camera app, their music app, and it keeps on clashing with the Google version of those applications as well, which Google actually do pretty well, but they tend to leave duplicates on your app drawers. I tend to just hide one. It doesn't allow you to completely delete the application, but it allows you to go ahead and hide it away from your app drawer or your home screen if you don't want it displayed on either of those two pages. So next to that is where I have my Netflix. Of course, I'm a big fan of Netflix. Subscribe to Netflix, and also I tend to watch Netflix on the go when I'm away from home on my phone, so that's also very helpful to have Netflix there as well. And then next to that is where I have my Just Eat app. So if I'm watching Netflix and I feel a bit peckish, I can just use the Just Eat app. I think this is only exclusive to UK users, but what it basically is basically an application that allows you to scan your local area for restaurants that either do takeaway and deliver to you, or they actually allow you to collect from their restaurant themselves. But it's a very helpful app to have, and it allows you to see the menus of all of those different restaurants. So next to that is where I have the Samsung Music application. I do prefer the Samsung Music application in comparison to the Google Play, so I tend to use that instead. But it's also definitely handy to have that there in case when I'm out and about and I just want to listen to music on the fly, so I have that there as well. On the second row is where I have more of the default apps, the default Google apps. So I have the Google Play Store. I also have my messaging, my standard messaging. I also have the Google search icon, so this is the application. So instead of having the widget, I also have the icon down here as well. And then next to that is where I have the Google Maps. Now I don't really use Google Maps unless I'm actually trying to quickly pinpoint something, or if I'm actually walking on foot, and you'll see why in a minute when I go to the next row of applications. So below that is where I have Instagram. So if you want to actually add me on Instagram, you can go ahead and check out my name. My name is ads_Seb_Lubin, or no, it's ad_Seb_Lubin. So go ahead and add me on that. Leave all the links in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check those out. I also have Snapchat as well. Again, if you want to add me on Snapchat, it's adsking96. As you can see, that's just the setup behind the camera there. Of course, again, I use Facebook, so you can also add me on Facebook as well, or follow the Boost HD page. I still have that page going for some reason. It's not very active, but I'm going to try and start posting a lot more things on that page. And then this is probably the best app on the whole of the phone that I currently have, apart from Nova Launcher. But this app is called Here Now, and this is actually a godsend for me because I actually use this. It's an offline map service that you can use with your car. So you're driving around, You simply just download the map that you want. For example, of course, I've got the UK maps, and you never have to use your mobile data when using the application. I mean, you do miss out on the option to have, say, traffic updates and live updates, because of course you're not connected to the internet. But the good thing is that you don't have to use your mobile data when you're driving. It simply uses all the references from the offline map that you've downloaded, and you just simply use the satellite navigation and GPS from that. On my dock is where I have all of my key applications that I use. These are the applications that I pretty much use on a day-to-day basis. So of course they're going to be on the dock all the time. So of course I have the camera application. I then have my Google Chrome, which acts as the browser for Google search. I then also have WhatsApp. Again, I tend to use WhatsApp more than I use standard messages, so I have that on the dock all the time as well. I then of course have the buttons for my app drawer. I then have YouTube. Of course, being a YouTuber, I like to check on my YouTube channel status, as well as watching other YouTube videos on the go. I then of course have the default phone application, followed by my Gmail application as well, so I can check my emails as well when I'm on the go. In terms of what's on my app drawer itself, again, it's very minimalistic. I'm just going to give you a quick brief rundown of what each of the applications are on my app drawer. So of course, again, you can see some of the duplicates that you see on the home screen. But again, I also have Amber Weather, again a really good application to check to see what the weather forecast is for the next 14 days. I also have Auto Trader. Again, I like to look at all sorts of cars on Auto Trader. I also have AZ Screen, currently what I'm actually using to record the screen now as you're watching this video. Again, I have a lot of the generic default applications from Google, some of which are from Samsung as well, so I tend to have these on the home page. Well, the ones that I don't really use, I've actually used Nova to hide those applications, but all of these applications I tend to use maybe now and then, so they kind of hang around on the app drawer. And then sometimes I just tend to pick and choose and hide apps that I do want, and then take away apps that I don't want. Okay, so again, I have all my contacts, for example, the clock. I sometimes tend to download, especially when I was at university, I was downloading PDFs and Word documents, so I have these as well on my app drawer as well. I also have, of course, Hangouts again, so I can actually speak and contact to other YouTubers, and of course, you can do live Hangouts through that. I also have Instagram Layout, which allows me to go ahead and actually position where I have all of my, if I want to have like a collage, for example, I can just simply use the layout there in conjunction with Instagram. Again, I have like some of the more default note-taking apps like Memo, for example, which comes default on all Samsung devices, so that's very helpful to have that as well. On my second application, second app drawer page, again, I just have some of the duplicates that you've seen from my home page, but again, some of the default Samsung apps like Samsung Galaxy Gear. I actually use Slide Sync as well as a way to actually sync up my Samsung device to a PC or to another phone. And the reason that is because sometimes when I go ahead and dock the Samsung to my PC, it doesn't always pick up. But when I use Slide Sync as well, you can download the app on your PC or Mac as well. It actually seems to pick up the phone better rather than just simply connect it to, for example, a Windows PC and it's better in Windows to pick it up there and then, because for some reason it doesn't always pick it up. So I tend to use that as well. And again, some other default applications that come with the Samsung device as well tend to hang around my app drawer as well. So guys, that's pretty much been what's on my Android for 2017. Again, I apologize for being away from YouTube for so long. I've just been incredibly busy with my second semester of university. I think I've actually forgotten, how to do YouTube. It'll probably be evident in this video that I've kind of forgotten how to actually make a decent YouTube video. But anyway guys, now that I've actually finished my second semester, I'm actually going to try and push out a lot more videos, at least for the next few months. And anyway guys, I'll catch you in the next tech video. Take care and bye for now.